Good morning, children. Can you hear me? Yes. So I hope you are healthy and safe at home. Okay. Shall we begin our class today? Class 5, Know Your Planet. My name is Rashmi PM. Okay. I'll be handling social science for you. Topic is reading maps. Directions, scale, symbols, colors. Once more. Directions, scale, symbols, colors. Directions. All maps follow a system of directions are north, south, east and west. All maps follow a system of directions are north, south, east and west. Next point, the top of the map is north. It indicates the north. Third one, the bottom of the map is south. The topmost is the north and the bottom is south. East is to the right, west is to the left. Once more, all maps follow a system of directions that is north, south, east and west. The top of the map is north, the bottom of towards the map is south, and towards the east it is right and west to the left. Next one. I think you can see this image. North at the top, south at the bottom, west, then east. Another arrow which comes between the north and west, that is northwest. Another north to east, in between we say it as northeast. West and south, in between, south and west, in between, we call it as southwest. Next, south, east, in between we call as southeast. Once more, topmost, north, south, west, east. Sunset at west, sun rises in the east. Once more, sun rises in the east, sun sets at the west. North and west, in between we call it as northwest. North and east, in between we call as northeast. South, west, in between we call it as southwest. South, east, in between we call it southeast. Okay. Next slide. This is an image of, you can see the image? Yes, compass. Next, the directions on the compass that are halfway between these cardinal points are called the northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. These in between points are called intermediate directions. One more time. The directions on the compass that are halfway between these cardinal points are called northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. These in between points, so there is the in between points are called intermediate directions. What we called the in between points are called intermediate directions. The four cardinal directions or cardinal points are the directions north, east, south and west, commonly denoted by the initials that is N, E, S and W. N stands for north, E stands for east, south, S stands for south, and W for the west. Once more, the 4 cardinal directions or cardinal points, we call it as cardinal directions or cardinal points, are the directions that is north, east, south and west, commonly denoted by the letters, that is initials we will say. So, it is N stands for north, E stands for east, S for south and W for west. Okay? Scale. We will see what do you mean by scale. Spell it S-C-A-L-E, scale. I know you in your geometry box, you also have a scale. Have you seen the measurements and it is given in centimeter, millimeter and all? Yes, now we will see in detail what is that. Yes. The scale is used in the map. What is that scale? We will see. The ratio between the distance on the ground and the distance on the map is known as the scale of the map. See, we can't measure so much distance, no? So, it is given in the scale. How? The ratio between the distance that taken, I will show you the example also and video also. Listen carefully. The ratio between the distance on the ground means surface area, and the distance on the map is represented as the scale of the map. It is shown as the scale of the map. How I will say? For example, we will see for example, the ground distance between the Delhi and Agra is 200 kilometers. Example, Delhi and Agra, it is 200 kilometer. It is not possible to show these cities at 200 kilometer from each other on the map. So, how it is represented is like, therefore, this distance is represented by a smaller units. So, we cannot measure them in a huge way, no. So, it is subdivided or into smaller unit by 5 centimeter. How much? 5 centimeter on the map. So, these big kilometers and all is represented by a smaller unit, that is 5 centimeter on the map. We would write it as a 5 centimeter for 200 kilometer. Maps are always drawn to scale. So, maps are prepared according to the scale. Once more I will explain. For example, first we will see map, the scale. The ratio between the distance on the ground and the distance on the map is known as the scale of the map. Okay? The ratio between the distance on the ground and the distance on the map is known as the scale of the map. For example, by example I will give you the ground distance between taken from Delhi and Agra is 200 kilometer. So, how it is represented? It is not possible to show these cities. So, what we do? At 200 kilometer from each other on the map. Therefore, this distance is represented by a smaller units, that is 5 centimeter on the map. We know we would write it as a 5 centimeter. So, we will write it as 5 centimeter for 200 kilometer. Okay, because I have capital letter, I have used capital letter. Okay, kilometers. Maps are always drawn to scale. So, maps are always represented through the using scale. Okay, that is clear to you. This is there in your textbook. Okay, kilometers, and see, you can see this how these kilometers are represented, and this is the miles. First one is kilometers and another one is represented as the images miles. 0 to 50, then 100, 150, 200. Kilometer is represented like this one. This 10, 5, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here also you can see. Okay. It is there in your textbook. Next, symbols. We'll see why these symbols are used in the map. A map symbol is a graphical device used to visually represent a real world phenomenon or a characteristics there of on a map, working in the same fashion as other forms of symbols. Once more, a symbols represents is a graphical device used to visually represent a real world phenomenon or a characteristics thereof on a map, working in the same fashion as other forms of symbols. So, if you want to represent certain things, it is represented using a symbol. I will show you what is that. Yes, you can see this image. Stop for this. This is a symbol used. So, wherever we see this symbol, we can identify, okay, the symbol stands for stop. Next is speed limit, that is kilometer and per hour, it is given, that is 50. Yield, no passing, end of no passing zone, expressway, main road, intersections, one way, danger, no through road, electricity, where is that? Okay, no entry, cars prohibited, all vehicles prohibited, no through road, restrictions no longer applied, yield to oncoming traffic, no stopping here. So, most of the school areas and all you can see stop, speed limit symbol you can see, no stopping you can see, then parking also you can see where you go for some shopping malls, you can see parking area and no parking symbols also you can see in the roadside, customs, peace. These are the various, many symbols are there. So, by seeing these symbols, we will come to know, okay, this thing is represented for this. So, no need of writing the entire thing over there. So, by seeing this symbol, we can know it is stop. The symbol is used for stop. So, various things are used on the map. Map key. This is used for capital, city for this another image, mountains like you can see river, it represents some blue color, mountains they use brown color and desert also some light brown color. Okay. Map keys, capital they represent a star type image, city a small building shape, then mountains, yes in a cone shape with the filled with the brown color, river which represent a blue color and desert light brown shade. Colors, now they are colors we use in the map. Why it is used? Okay. Colors stand out from the map and provided identification to many features such as vegetation and water. They represent various things. Okay. Colors represent natural and man-made features of the earth. Once more, colors stand out from the map and provide identification to many features such as vegetation and water. Colors stand out from the map and provide identification to many features such as vegetation and water. Colors, each colors represent natural and man-made features of the earth. We will see which are the colors which represent. Okay. Several of the principal colors include, there are several colors which represent various things. First we take a blue color. Okay. Blue represents the water. What is that? Water. Streams, lakes, permanent snow fields and glaciers. These are identified by blue color. So, on the map if we see blue color, we can identify that maybe it will be a stream, a lake, it will be a snow or glaciers. Yes. Next color is green color. Green color represents excuse me. Green color represents forest and vegetation. Forest and vegetation. If we see green color on the map, we can find out, okay, there is a forest over there and otherwise vegetation. White color represents a general lack of vegetation. There won't be much vegetation over there. Brown color, contour lines, that is elevation information. Brown color is used. Then it represents land also. Black, another color, man-made cultural features like buildings, place names, boundaries, lines, roads, etc. So black represents man-made cultural features like buildings. Buildings are represented by black color. Place names, boundaries, lines, roads, etc. These things indicates by the black color. Next color is red. Red is used where in the highways and major roads, township, range, section information. So these it is highlighted through the red color. Why? Because people will be very alert to see that in the highways and major roads, township, town areas, city areas, range and some section information is represented red color. Yes, because red is we will be alert. Yes. Next, pink is used. In urban areas, pink color they represent. Okay. Then purple color reflect revisions to a map, but it is no longer used on maps in production. So the purple color was used, but now it is not much they are using purple color. Okay. These are the various colors which represents various things. Blue color for water, green color for forest and vegetation, white color for lack of vegetation, brown color for lands and all, mountains, black color for man-made cultural features like buildings, place names, boundaries and all, even roads also represent. Then red color is for highlighting highways and major roads, township, then section information also is represented by the red color. Pink color they use in the urban areas. So these are the colors, various colors which represents various things. Okay. So we have gone through the various how to read a map. First one, directions, scale, symbols, colors. So in detail we have gone through what do you mean by directions, then scale, symbols and colors. Okay, next we will see a video. Earliest maps made by the Babylonians in about 600 BC. The first map was created by the Anaximander, a Greek philosopher in the 6th century BC. Yes, you can see this image. A Greek philosopher. The word map comes from the Latin word mappo, which means napkin, cloth or a sheet. The word map from the Latin word which comes from, that is meaning is mappo, which means napkin, cloth or a sheet. Cloth, sheet. Globes and maps are important for our proper understanding of Earth. You can see the image, globe and a map. They help us to locate place easily. We can locate the places very easily using map. Globes and maps have greatly helped in the field of navigation. The ships and all when they go, and even while driving also we can find out the places. Types of maps. We have maps in different types: physical maps, political maps, thematic maps, climate maps or climatic maps we can say, economic map, topographic maps, road maps, location maps. There are various maps, we have gone through it. Okay. Physical maps. India physical map. Maps that highlight that physical features of an area such as mountains, rivers and lakes are called physical maps. Physical maps. You can see, yes, rivers, ranges are represented, and these are the scale, and it shows the sea depth in meters. Yes, different colors also are used to represent in the Indian physical map. Useful to mountaineers and pilots. It is very useful for the mountaineers and the pilots. Political map indicates the state, national boundaries, capital and major cities. Political maps indicates the state, national boundaries, yes, and even capital city marks with a star within a circle. You can see this is the capital city Delhi, and others are, this is highlighted through star, and other one capitals are highlighted through a small red buttons. Another, that is political map. They clearly show borders of states and countries along with the division and subdivision of continents. Thematic maps. Maps that are made to represent particular information like the climate, tourist places, marks and sanctuaries are called thematic maps. You can see climatic regions, tropical rainy. The blue indicates a tropical rainy, humid subtropical, that is a bluish violet color. You can see over here, this is the tropical rainy. Itanagar, Assam, Shillong, Agartala, Kolkata and all comes on the tropical rainy side. Humid subtropicals are in the violet shade. Srinagar, Shimla, Patna, Bhubaneswar, it comes under humid subtropical. Next, green color represents the tropical savanna, that is in somewhat light color, that is Bhopal, Hyderabad. Mountain is represented by a brown color, there is you can see layer. Then steepy, it is in a little more darker shade, that is Jodhpur, Jaipur and all comes in the steepy, and desert you can see it is in a yellow in color, Jaisalmer. It is, yes, you can see a part of it. Okay. Next. Wait a minute. Maps that are made to represent particular information like the climate, tourist place, parks and sanctuaries, etc. are called thematic maps. Yes. Yeah, in this you can see in this map wildlife. Wild sanctuary which is represented by elephant, that is black in color. National park, you can see a deer. Yeah, there are many animals but highlighted only wildlife sanctuary and national park. So they have used the elephant and deer. Okay. You can just go through it. Maps that are made to represent particular information like the climate, tourist place, parks and sanctuaries, etc. are called thematic maps. These also comes under the thematic map. Next slide. Climate maps or climatic maps we can say. Climatic maps, you can see already I explained, even I want to say humid subtropical. Humid subtropical you can see in the Kochi, Thiruvananthapuram and all comes, Panaji and all comes under the humid subtropical. Okay? Yes. Yeah, annual rainfall, monsoon and all you can see. In this is the annual rainfall and monsoon map. You can see In centimeters it is given. This is a scale used here. Okay. We will not go in much detail in that, only just generally we will see what are the different types of maps used here. Different colors are highlighted to show various things. Yes. Different colors are used to show different climatic zones. Next is economic maps. Okay. Maps that indicate natural resources or any economic activity in an area called economic maps or resource maps also we will say. Economic maps are resource maps where it is indicated by like a tobacco. Tobacco it is indicated by the blue color, that is in a square shape, pepper, cardamom, chili, ginger, turmeric. So we can see these, they didn't write entire thing words over there. So they use the symbols to represent various things, like where we can find out tobacco is there, where we can see pepper, ginger, turmeric. Okay. So it is easy to understand the map. Yeah, you can see the image. Next slide. Yeah, tobacco, pepper, cardamom, chili, ginger, turmeric. It is represents using different colors. Standard symbols are used to depict information. Yes, these are the various animals and all. Yeah, and it is represented in the various words. So what they do, they can be just shown only the figure of it, and it shows that in those places or those states these types of animals are there. Lion, a picture of lion represents that in a particular place like Gujarat, lion is available. Periyar, you can see elephant. Next line is topographic maps. A topographic map shows the different geographical features in a detailed manner with the help of lines called contour lines. Only just you go through it, what do you mean by topographic maps. Next is road maps. Road maps show highways and roads, airports, railway tracks, cities and other landmarks of business or tourist interest. So this is very important. See, this is just a Maharashtra is highlighted. It is highlighted like a, see, represented a line over there. South Central Railway, Secunderabad, then Central Railway, Mumbai, third one Western Railway, Mumbai, Konkan Railways. So they have used some a line and a small red line, black, and they have used to represent the various road maps. Maharashtra tourism, this is the Maharashtra, they represented using various symbols like a pilgrim center, archaeological site, national park sanctuary, they used a flower symbol, other important place they used another symbol. So for various things they use different symbols. Okay. Next slide. So people use on trips and for driving directions, they use road maps. So it is easy to find out the exact way or exact position. Navigation application, now in most of the mobiles, Google Map is there. You can find the particular location, you can send to your friends and who are the people who require the places, the location can be sent. It helps the travelers to reach a particular place easily. So it is very easy to find out. Globe maps and direction. In some big colonies, maps are displayed at the entrance gates. This helps people to find out the house they want to visit without difficulty. Yeah, when you see that near to the flats and all, map represents where is the which flat, you can just have a check on it and you can move to the particular destination. Hospitals also display a map for the convenience of patients and visitors also. Important elements used in maps. Yeah. Next is scale is very important. That is 1 centimeter is equal to 100 kilometer. A map is always drawn to a scale with regard to actual ground distance. Yes, very important is scale, it has to be represented. 1 centimeter is equal to 100 kilometers. Next, important elements used in maps, that is direction, north, south, west, east. 4 major directions are north, east, south and west. Directions, and they use the letters north for N, east for E, south for S and west for W. Next slide. Facing the map north, that is N, top portion, that is a top portion you can see. Then east for E, that is right hand side. It comes the right hand side, that is east. Next is south, that is the bottom portion opposite to the north. Opposite portion is the north. Then last is west, which comes in the opposite of the east, that is left hand side. North, south, east, west. It comes, we can see that's the India political map. Next slide. The sun rises in the east. Next slide. Yes. You can stand in front of the sun, facing the sun. You will be facing, yes, east, back, you can see the west, left arm is east, yes, right arms to south, east, west, north and south. You can see the image. Facing to the sun is east, right to north. Next. Colors is very important elements used in maps. The colors used in the maps is very important. These are the route maps, okay. Next is the forest. River, lake, waterfall is represented in a blue color. You can see blue lines over here on the map. Forest area is represented through green. Forest area, that is vegetation. White, ICR polar regions, that is snowfall. You can see Srinagar, which is covered with ICR polar regions, we say. Okay. Next slide. Colors. Contour lines. We are just going in not detail, just go through it, okay. Yeah, the minor routes, trails and structures are used for these types of lines. The latitudes and longitude lines are used through the red lines. Yes, narrow lines are used. Next is symbols. Yeah, symbols also is very important. In maps, symbols are meant to provide information about the geographical location of places like temples, church, bridges or road, etc. See, temple is represented by a small building. Yes, it is represented through a red in color. Bridge, you can see another shape. Yes, then church is represented in a black color. So, if you see on this map, you can see where are Kedarnath temple, then where is the bridge, then St. Andrew's church. You can locate where it is. Okay, next slide. Temple, church, bridge. Just recapitulation. Then highways, national highways represents, then some symbols are given below. You can just go through these symbols also. many symbols are there on the maps we use, okay? Peak, stream, forest land, marsh area, well, unlined, well, lined. Then temple, mosque, church, hospital. We use a blue symbol where a small bed is there and a cross sign is there. Then plus sign is there. Fire brigade, mall, it is used there. Then state capital symbol is there. Other towns, green symbol is symbolized. Post office PO, railway station RS is used. Police station PS, and public schools they use a symbol called S. Then for other roads and all, meter gauge, broad gauge. Level crossing also is very important. In the railway side also, railway crossing you can see. International boundary it is used. Then metal road, bridges, settlement, pass, fort, bus stand very important, taxi stand, petrol pump. So when you go to the petrol pump, just you see where you can see these symbols and all. Okay. So a book containing a collection of maps of different parts of the globe is called an atlas. A book containing a collection of maps of different parts of the globe is called an atlas. You can, I think 5th standard you are having atlas book, no? Yes, you can have different, just you can go through the different maps over there. Political, physical, everything is included. In detail, it is given in detail. Okay, next we will go to the next section, that is textbook. We will see how much we have completed. Now your planet, e-book, your textbook. Wait a minute. The textbook is not opening. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. I hope we have completed almost all the portion of the first chapter. Wait a minute, there's a technical problem. I'm going to finish. Okay. In your notebook, what you have to do is, see, I think you can see this image. Wait, I'll let you know. In your classwork notebook, you have to do the various things. Okay. First, that is, draw a globe and color it. First page, what you have to do is draw a globe and color it. Okay. Next one, what you have to do is words to know. Explain in 1 or 2 sentences. Sphere, continents, oceans, globe, map, atlas, the scale of the map. It is there in the textbook. It is well defined and it is explained. You can just write in 1 or 2 sentences, or 1 or 2 lines is enough. Okay. It should be written in the second page. First page, you have to draw a globe and you have to color it. Second page you will write, that is words to know. You can give the heading, and this will be sent to the parents app, okay, so that it will be clear to you. Then C is the tick the correct answer, that is refer page 13, it is there. D is write true and false, that also is there in the page number 14. That is the exercise you will be doing based on the chapter, because we have completed the entire chapter. Okay, tomorrow we will have a recapitulation, plus you will complete these things in your notebook. That is clear to you? It will be sent to the parents app. It will be sent through the parents app, and notebook you will have to cover it, and index page also you have to, I think you can see, you can write your name, and you can write the chapter name and all, okay. Then first page you can draw also, and second page you can do the writing. Based on today's topic, we will have a quiz session, okay. So are you ready for the quiz? Okay, can you answer it? The top of the map represents, I'll ask the question. Bhadra Ji Manoj. Bhadra Ji Manoj, you can hear 5A. Bhadra Ji Manoj. The question, you can see the top of the map represent dash. Bhadra, I cannot hear you. Bhavya, Anyas. You can hear me? Please tell me the answer. Okay, question is passed to next one. Pratiksha 5B. Pratiksha 5B. You can hear me? Diya. Pratiksha, you can hear me? No response. Okay, tell me the answer. Who is that? Nazria, from which class? 5D. Tell me the answer. Not. Very good. Your answer is correct. Next question. The ratio between the distance on the ground and the distance on the map is known as the scale of the map. I think the answer is given. The scale of the map is the answer. Already the answer was in the question. Sorry. Next question. Water bodies are shown in shades of dash. It represents some color. Somebody? Okay. Speak it fast. Who is that? Diya, tell me the name. Color. Blue. Very good. Correct answer. Next one. A dash is given on a map to help us understand the color scheme and the symbols. Okay? Used. Who can say the answer? Arpita, 5D. Okay, tell me the answer. Hari Krishnan, 5D. Say the answer. What is that? Key is the correct answer. Congrats. One more question. The symbol used to show the city on a map is dash. Who can say? The symbol used to show the city on a map is dash. Okay, let me check. Small circle. It represents small circle. It is there in your textbook. Okay. I think last question. The highlands are shown in shades of dash. Highlands. How the highlands are represented on the map? Aradhana S5D. Aradhana. Okay, let me check the answer. It is represented in the brown color. One more question. Northwest is between the north and the dash. Yes, say the name and class. Samanya, okay, tell me the answer. Yeah, it is in the west. Okay, one more. Dash, that is n which point towards the dash direction. N which point towards the, okay, say the name. Athin Matthew 5A. You're speaking Athin Matthew? Not. Very good. Thank you children. Thank you for today's session.